Well, I sure like to have a starter. And, the one thing coming out of spring, in springtime, there's no deadline. Everybody wants to have a starter named. You don't have to do that in spring. You have to do that in fall camp because you had a game coming up. You have a deadline. And I'd love to have a guy coming out there being the starter. And that doesn't mean that another quarterback may not play or come in there and contribute. But to go in there and have dual starters and you're going to play this quarter or this series, I think that's tough. And it's tough as a coach. It's tough as a play caller. It's also tough, on a team as well. And so we'd like to have a guy coming out of there that's a starter. We'd like to have guys in there that we feel good about that are backup quarterbacks that can come in there and play and be equally as effective. That's your whole goal. And then there's probably going to be some guys in there that provide something different than our starter that will have the ability to come in on certain plays and do things and help us out.
The league looks like based on how the coaches voted, looks like you guys all kind of think there's 4 teams that are in the running and there's a little bit of a gap there. Is that kind of how you take it?
No, I don't. I don't see that gap. I see there's some returning players coming back to some of those top teams that are very good. And, those are good players. And just like with the players on our team, they have to go out and perform. And we all know they're good players. Those teams know that we have good players on our team. And so the challenge is to make sure that those guys have done things to improve themselves from the previous year. And, and that's the biggest question going into the season. And the other one is those rankings don't decide as coaches, the type of opponent we're playing. So even a lower-ranked team can go out there and beat you anytime because they're going to be prepared and they're going to have good players too. So we're fully expecting a competitive conference, and that's what our mindset is, and we're not going to take that lightly, and we know what we're getting into. Yeah, a little of both, and you're absolutely right. Looking at the numbers, you start with the defensive side, John Thompson, what they were able to accomplish last year and having another year under his system, and a guy that's got a tremendous amount of experience and the players really respect and enjoy. So I'm very excited about that. The offensive side, the interesting thing is, what Coach Freeze, Coach Malzahn, and what I've been able to do, there's a lot of similarities in there. Maybe some of the names change, and there's some names kept in there too. So it's easier on the players. But, we don't want to lose production. We want to continue to grow on what they've been able to do. Well, there's been good schemes implemented there. The no huddle, the tempo has been very good for this program. And so we'll continue that. We'll have some new wrinkles. And like any coaching staff that would have stayed, 2-3 years, you're going to go back and watch those films. And you're also going to evolve, as a staff, which all those coaches have done. So it's our job now to kind of take what they've done, to build on it, evolve where they might have gone, and maybe add some new things in there that we believe in, and to continue to grow it, but not to lose production at all, just because, there's a way of doing it. The smart thing is to go in there and build off what they've been able to accomplish.